Willits Omen Stories. How do you ever think? And we're going on the second half of our story. And that happened when all of a sudden you just threw up your hands and said, this whole thing is not being handled by me. I'm taking off for other parts of the world. Or do you have a different story?
No, you're actually right. I had been lied to and about the future, and I knew that it wasn't the way it was, and I wasn't going to be a party to what they were doing.
Okay.
So I decided to leave, and that's what I did.
Oh, wow. So you just took off, and you ended up in a little island group in the middle of nowhere.
Well, yes, but after I left Fergus Falls, I did spend some time in Missouri.
Oh, you did spend some time in Missouri, huh?
Right. I set up a horse operation there and operated it for a while, and then after a few years there, I got tired. I was just burned out.
Right.
And I decided that I should have a different thing that wasn't so stressful as it was in the horse business. And so I sold out. And as I was relaxing with no place to live except at my son's house, because I sold my house, ranch, and everything I owned except my car. And I was staying with my son for a little while.
How old were you about then?
I was about 51.
51, okay.
Just
midlife crisis.
Too young to retire, but too old to want to continue what I was doing. So I decided I was going to make a change as long as I could had my health and enough money to start something or do something I wanted to try, elsewhere. And I got a phone call from a friend of mine who was a Baptist minister in Missouri. And he was just a good friend. And he called me from Papua New Guinea. And he said, Hank, he said, you better get a plane ticket and come over here. He said, you'll love this place. It's wild. And I said, well, I tell you what, I've got nothing to do. So I'll buy a ticket as soon as I hang up. And I'll get there as fast as I can. And I did, and I went there, and after 37 hours of flying,
wow,
I was totally exhausted. I got to Papua New Guinea. And they picked me up at the airport and brought me to their house. And it was a normal Papua New Guinea house, not too elaborate, but good enough to keep you out of the weather.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I was.
Wow, you didn't need much of a home there, did you?
No, it was
just the only thing they had was hurricanes.
All they needed a good mosquito net.
And a good mosquito net.
Yeah. But anyway, I intended to go for 2 weeks.
Yep.
And 2 weeks became 2 months. And oh my goodness, I said, I can't stay with you any longer. I'm getting tired of this. I said, I'm going to see if I can rent something for a month or two and stay a little longer on my own. So I'm getting tired of living with you. And he said, good luck. So I went looking around. I couldn't find anything that was decent wasn't available. Anything that was terrible, well, it was available. And as a result of the changes in the government over there in Papua New Guinea, there was an awful lot of influx of Chinese people and Australian people that came in to invest. And because England originally owned Papua New Guinea and it didn't like what was going on, so they gave it to Australia. And Australia didn't like it, so they gave them their sovereignty and helped them with 300 million a year to operate, providing they reduce their currency by 30%,
Okay.
which was really a blessing for me because what money I did have out of my sale, I know was worth a lot more over there.
Cool.
So I was looking around for a place to rent and couldn't find anything. So my friend told me, he said, why don't you get down to the big hotel? He said, because the owner of that has just retired and went back to Australia. And you can probably rent his owner's flat behind the kitchen. So that's a very nice 2-bedroom. So I went down there and talked to the manager, and he said, well, I don't have any authority to rent anything to you. But the owner may, but I doubt it because he wants to sell. Oh, I said, well, he wants to sell, well, get him on the phone. So we talked for about half an hour. And I said, listen, I have to go to the men's room. I said, I'll call you back. And he said, okay. So I called him back after lunch. And we got to talking. By 4:30 in the afternoon, I owned the hotel. So my rental problem was over, but now I didn't know what I was going to do.
You had no idea.
No idea.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't even shaped like a horse, was it?
No. Yeah, but I wasn't a dummy. I've been around. I slept in motels all my life on the road, showing horses a lot of,
Yep.
So, but all I ever did there was eat, drink, and sleep, But that wasn't too hard to figure out what I had to do. So we started planning and doing this and doing that, and I hired managers for my hotels. And because it's pidgin English is all right. It's not too hard to talk if you're going to sit down and have a slow conversation with somebody over a glass of beer or something. But anyway, it's talking with somebody who's in your bar getting drunk and he's getting disorderly, they talk pretty fast, and I couldn't keep up with them.
By the way,
Yeah.
how big was this hotel?
36 rooms, 2 stories.
Okay. 2 stories, okay.
It had 2 bars.
Was it was an inside hotel?
It wasn't
a motel, it was a hotel.
It was a hotel.
Okay.
No, motel.
Well, hotels I look as outside, and you park in front of them and go in.
Yeah, well,
Hotels I look at is you go in the front door and you go to a room.
yeah. Well, no, you parked outside in front.
Yeah.
And but it was a hotel, motel.
It was like a Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was 2-story. It had a veranda across the front. It was beautiful. Wow. It was about the street went between and the ocean, so it was right on the beach, close. Walk across the street and go swimming. Although it had swimming pool, but being a promoter in the horse business, it really wasn't bad because I didn't know how to promote things. I found out you got to advertise and do things properly. And I, of course, was warned that if I'm going to live there and be in business there, I better learn how to talk with the government people.
Right.
Because the government runs the country.
Right.
And they come around and stay at your hotel.
Right.
So you always had that problem. and they're very poor at paying their bill. You had that problem too. But anyhow, it was enjoyable. It was fun and exciting. You know, but I didn't have. I hired managers to manage them, so all I had to do was manage managers.
Okay.
And keep records. So I did my job and they did theirs, and we got along fine. And after a while, it got to be a pretty good relationship. And I had to have something to do besides keep records. So I bought a fishing boat. So I went fishing every day because I had 3 restaurants and they eat a lot of fish over there.
Oh, so you did your own. Okay, you got some of your own fish.
Yeah, so I went and did my own fishing and enjoyed that. And then I went down and learned how to dive, and we went out to diving, and I went down to Australia and bought a big live-aboard dive boat. So now I had a diving operation, a fishing operation, and hotels.
Oh wow! Did you have the harbor across? How far was the harbor from your place?
Just across the road.
That's where you could. That's your boat.
Yeah, it was within a block.
Okay.
So it was just grass in between us and the beach. One road, just in a line of trees in front of the hotel.
Okay.
But they were just a row of trees down there, between the water and the hotel. You could see over them from the balcony in the hotel.
Okay.
You could see the ocean. But anyway, it was a beautiful place. And the other one, then I bought another one that was by the airport.
Okay. You're interrupted to do activities that old men do more often than young men. And we're back again, and you were just telling me about how you bought another hotel.
That was a hotel and a dive resort.
Hotel and dive resort. So
yeah,
did you get
that was very good, well located because it was only about a quarter of a mile from the airport on that side of the island.
Oh wow!
And of course, everybody that came to that island from the mainland or anywhere was had to go there.
Right.
That was the first stop. So it was a good place, and I was pretty well connected now and liked by all the people, and I had learned to talk to them in their tongue, in so to speak.
Is this how long was this? Was it about 5 years worth or 6 years? How long? How many?
No. It just in that period. It all took place in about a year.
In about a year, so you got all this stuff happening.
Yeah.
In a year.
I got it all put together, and well, you had to be a promoter. See, I was a pretty good promoter in the horse business.
Right.
And I got to be pretty good promoter at whatever I decided to do. So I got to talking with one of my loyal native employees, and we sat down and talked about this and talked about that, and all of a sudden I got the idea that we got to have something to draw all the people in and take care of the people that live there.
Right.
Okay. So what I did was I set up a thing. They have their customs are very important to them.
Right.
And a lot of their customs is dancing.
Right.
Okay, and of course you got the grass skirt dancers and the majority of the dancers are women, and their normal dance dress is a grass skirt and bare top, and which is pretty custom.
Yep.
It isn't anything. You see a woman walking down the street with a grass skirt and a bare top, and it become normal.
Okay.
It was kind of shocking in the beginning, but I got over it.
Yeah. It's like once you keep seeing it, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I thought, well, let's go with the custom. So they have dancing is a big factor in them. They have dances, a lot of customary dances.
Right.
And so I thought, well, let's take advantage of that. So I tell you what, let's set up a dancing program at the hotel. And in the backyard by the swimming pool was a great big grass lot,
Right.
probably half a city block square,
Okay.
fenced in with not barbed wire fence, but
Right.
woven wire fence,
Right.
like you'd have for sheep, 5 foot high.
Right.
And so we went back there and motored up and cleaned it up nice, and we put up a great big wooden floor to
Right.
dance on. Okay, and we had dancing competitions. Now there was about, on that island, there was about 15, 16 different breed of Papua New Guinean people.
Oh.
I mean, different
About how
clans.
big? About how big
clans.
is the island?
Well, it's a big, big island. Half of it is Indonesia. It's about 170 kilometers long, east and west,
Okay.
and about 60, 70 kilometers wide, north and south.
That's a pretty good island.
It lays in the north side of the island is the South Pacific, and the south side is the Coral Sea.
Okay.
And of course, there's different things. Now,
Okay. I was trying to get our
And-
perspective.
yeah.
Now you were talking about the dancers.
Right. So we had a dancing competition, and I give out every week, every Sunday. We had a dancing competition there, and we hired judges, which were local people, mostly white people or Chinese or Japanese or whatever was around, but professional people to come in and they were respected, and they would judge the dancing competitions. And I give the winner $100, give the second place $75, give the third place $50, and give the fourth place $45. The rest of them a good handshake. And everybody was happy. They were really happy, with what they won. But I spent $1,000 a week, But I had to.
You had a lot of draw there. You must have
Man.
lots of. You must.
I had everything. Both hotels were full on the weekends. And it was just, my God, they come from all over the island.
Cool, and then they flew in too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
a lot of expats did.
Yeah.
Expats, that's the foreigner. Us. I was an expat.
Oh, you were an expat. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, it was very successful. We went there for a whole year. And then I bought another dive resort called Submarine Base Dive Resort on the other end of the island, on the west end of the island, which was Eastern Britain. Kind of backwards from what you think, but that's what it was.
Okay.
But it's Eastern and Western Britain. I was in Western Britain, and this other one was in the other end of the island, which is Eastern Britain. But it was on the west end of it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, it was in Rabaul. And Rabaul, of course, was very famous because that's where World War II ended. Now that resort was 3.5 kilometers from Yamamoto's bunker.
Oh wow.
And if you Google Yamamoto today, you can read all about his bunker over there, and you ought to see that thing. It's underground, and it's like a big hotel. They had 700 kilometers of tunnels with track under. And they had 4 openings to the mountain at water level where the submarines used to come in and pick up supplies that the Japanese during the war. And here's another interesting thing. If you Google Yamamoto, you can read all about his bunker and about his declaring war on America, World War II. It's very interesting because that's where it happened. That's where they won the war. And it was Yamamoto was the commander.
Right.
And a very interesting thing, if you can read it. He graduated from Harvard, and a year later he graduated and went back to Japan. And a year later, he declared war on America.
Boy, he got pissed off at someone at school, didn't he?
Well, I don't know what happened, but it sure was strange. But it's all true, and you can Google it, and you can read about it.
Yeah, how does this, now, did you have tours, people from your place?
All over, yeah, and you see, then there was a guy that went broke in the shipping business. He had a small ship. We had 3 small boats, and I bought all 3 boats. But this small ship was 90 feet long.
Right.
And I didn't know what to do with it, but he was in trouble, and I kind of helped him out, and he was a local guy. And he couldn't make his operation work, so I thought, well, okay, I'll just buy him. So I sold the 2 small boats, and I kept the big one. And I started going around to all the islands selling rice and supplies, and they'd anchor alongside the villages that are all on the beach, the beaches.
Yep.
So they'd come out in their dinghies and buy goods and take back into their little shack where they were selling, like the little stores,
Right.
So that went pretty good for a while, but they couldn't keep the thievery couldn't control it.
Yeah, that happens.
So I said, no, we're not going to do that. So I took it in and I stripped everything off the deck, and I put on a great big wooden floor on it. Okay? Then I bought 12 big tables it had room for 6 chairs around it.
Right.
And I took it to Port Moresby, which is the capital of Papua New Guinea.
Right.
And that's the harbor.
Right.
Where there's actually, I think it's 17 Japanese vessels sunk in there. The Americans sunk them. That's where the war ended,
Yeah.
And but you could go over the top of them, and you could see them down there, and you could see a couple of noses sticking out of the water. So I had our harbor cruises. I didn't know what else to do with that big thing.
And did you fill it up?
Yeah, well, then it got really exciting because I got another harebrain. I had a nice wooden floor on there, and I had it. So then I'd line the tables all up and down on the outside of everything. And then I'd go on Wednesday nights and Saturday nights and have dances from till midnight. They had live music. And oh boy, was that popular. Oh.
Wow.
So,
and you control
and I had a bar in there.
Wow.
It was a pretty good deal. It really was. I sold it fast.
How long did you keep it?
Well, about a year, and I sold it.
So you're only talking about 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is in your 50s, and you're only about 54, 55, and all this that's transpired.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I stayed there 26 years, all up, before I came back.
Okay, well, we got the adventure going, okay, and
Yeah. But this was all, I operated all this stuff, and then later on I just ended up doing nothing. That wasn't fun either. I got boring.
doing nothing is
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah.
That's for an active person, it's.
Yeah, I see your palm tree over there.
He's looking. We have a picture of a palm tree on the wall here in back of the cameras, and
Yeah.
Yeah, and they got it. That's
In that top picture over there, that would look kind of like their palm trees over there.
Okay.
Kinda, yeah, that'd be that's the way they look over the ball. It's
Okay.
very amazing. You got that on the wall here.
okay. Well, what happened? Did you settle down and did you sold the boat then?
No, then in the last 6 years I was there.
Oh, you're talking. No, you're only at 55 now, and you got the boat. What did you do? What did you do with how long did you keep that business going?
Well, I was there. Well, that lasted about 10 years.
So you so you lasted
no,
in your 60s.
Yeah, yeah.
And so you had the hotels that you lasted in your 60s.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sat and maintained. What was it? You had 3 hotels and
And a dive boat and a fishing boat.
a dive boat and a fishing boat.
I had a great big 27-foot twin diesel fishing boat with big fishing gear on it.
And you brought major fishermen out on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, see, I was kind of a promoter all my life on the horse business. It just everything kind of fit what I started to want to do. So I just kept doing it. And it might have sounded crazy, but I was and reckless, but I was taking care of everything I had to do.
Yeah.
And I learned very young in life that you have to control. You have to have good people, and then you got to learn how to control them. Then you can get it done. See.
Yep.
So that's.
So you have to be a nice tough guy.
That's about right. And you have to make up your mind and then stick to it. If you start jumping around, you're going to get lost.
Okay. So you were way into your 60s before you thought about, oh, maybe I should retire and
Yeah, I got about 68. Well, no, see, I started getting sick.
Oh, okay. Now that was in your 60s, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back to your 50s.
Okay.
When you're sitting, you got all these hotels.
Yeah.
So did you create a throne room where you could wear a throne and everything?
No.
You weren't the king of the island?
No.
Okay, but
I was just, I tell you what, no, I bowed down to the rulers of government when they come.
Yeah.
You know,
And so.
Yeah, play the role. It's just,
Yeah, and you did this for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you got to watch a lot of music and a lot of dancing. And
it was a very interesting life. Very interesting. I'm just amazed by what, and I think about it all the time. I do.
Yeah, it is. It's I can see pictures in my mind of it.
Yeah.
But they're all make believe.
Yeah.
But I've been to Hawaii a lot, and so I can sort of get an image of it. But
this was a little bit different.
it was I know.
I spent time in Hawaii.
But Hawaii's commercial. Yours is more primal.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Primitive. Mine is very primitive.
Was it primitive?
You walk around barefoot, and somewhere some people walk around in underwear with just a belt with a piece of cloth hanging down.
Oh, okay.
That's standard.
So it was casual. It was casual attire.
Very casual.
Casual attire was the uniform of the day. Huh?
That's right.
And
Anybody dressed up was out of order.
And somewhere in this 10 years, you found a lady.
Yeah, I did.
About how long? How long were you worked in there before you found a lady?
Oh, 6 years, 7 years.
Okay, so you were single.
Oh yeah.
And had anyone you wanted that was available there for you for 6 years.
So it was a good life.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I had a lot of friends.
Lots of friends. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I made it a point to have friends. No matter where I was, you can't live without friends.
You can't live without friends.
No.
Well, that's really nice. And you have Did you have any of your friends from the States come over and visit you?
A few, yeah. Yeah, I talked to a few of them. A couple of them I bought them tickets and they come over, you know. It was fun. It was fun taking them around. They got a kick out of it.
Did you, I mean,
I never once felt lonesome.
okay.
I always had somebody around me that I was, you know, happy with.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll have to say I had a very, very blessed life. Really have.
Yeah.
And very successful. Everything I did, I managed to make it work and get out again, you know.
Yeah.
That when it was time to go, I quit.
That was cool. I'm trying to picture more of the, the Papua New Guinea type environment. Did you go out fishing every day?
Yeah, I did.
And
And
you
I fished at least 4 days a week.
you fished at least 4 days a
Oh.
week. Okay, well, and that was sports fishing, or was it to fill up the?
Yeah, I take people out with me.
Okay, and have a group of.
Yeah. Well, see, and then I had this big dive boat. That was a big one. It was, I paid $340,000. It was a twin hull.
Okay.
We had a big diesel engine. It was big size of your bed there.
Wow.
Yeah, a big diesel engine.
Well, yeah, that's when you have those things.
Yeah.
It's not miles per
Well,
miles per gallon, but gallons per mile.
It was a twin hull, and it was 24 feet wide.
Right.
It was 63 feet long.
Wow.
3 stories tall. And then you could actually 30 people in air conditioning.
You could. Wow.
Yeah, no, it was a big one. Monster.
And you have enough fuel to stay out how long?
Oh, I could stay out there a week.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I take them out for a week at a time. And what I did, I pulled my fishing boat behind it. And I was a promoter. I went to Japan, the Philippines, China, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, all the places, and advertising my hotels, my fishing and diving. Myself.
Mm.
I set up programs over there. And so I had very, very interesting people all the time coming in. It was crazy. And I'd take my big boat that I put on as many kids as come, and I got a picture in the boat in the book about where I had 17 Japanese on the swim deck. I was standing on the back telling them what we were going to look at under 40 feet under the water out in the middle of the sea.
Wow.
You know, so I mean,
Yeah.
I had quite an experience for these people.
So you had a trained scuba staff?
Yeah, I had 2 divers, and I always had someone who could speak the languages with me.
And you had emergency
Everything,
stuff there?
yep,
That you needed?
everything,
Okay.
everything was top notch.
Wow. And so did you go diving anywhere around Papua except Papua New Guinea, or did you go over these places and like go in the coral reefs of Australia and?
No, we didn't go down there. We stayed in our own waters. It was so beautiful over there. It wasn't hard. We could go out 10 miles away from the beach, you know, and you were in some places. The beach was only 20, 30, 40 foot deep out there in the middle of the sea. You had coral reefs all over the place.
So you had just
Just
gorgeous.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
So that does sound great. I'm a scuba diver, and I look at it and I say, man, that would have been great for me to go over there.
And you see, if they wanted, they get tired of diving, you get tired of diving. You know?
Right, yeah.
And so, well, let's go fishing for a while. Then we'd all jump on the fishing boat and go, you know. So go 24 hours a day out there. So we go out for a week, you know,
Yeah.
we come back.
You had some pretty high paying customers, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Yeah. We had some royalties.
Well, you had royalties.
Oh, yes, they come from all over the place.
Wow.
From all over the world. I had them come.
Oh, did you really?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was big. Really hard.
Yeah.
And then I had to have communication back and forth from the ship because I was on the ship and I had them 3 hotels to look after too. See?
So you had to sit. You're still the head administrator on those too, huh?
Oh yeah. So it got to be a kind of a hectic thing for once in a while, but it was fun.
Well, that lasted until you were in the early '60s or middle '60s, huh?
That's right.
Cool. And you met your wife about 5 years in. You were about what, 57 or so?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So, but it was
And where did you meet her?
what? Well,
Did she work for you?
I met her. No, I went over there. I forgot. I didn't tell you about it. About a year and a half. I was there, running back and forth to the States, and I was over there working, helping a guy to. I forgot about this portion. When I sold out, I went to invest deposit my money in an investment bank,
Right.
and I was having a beer at Branson,
Missouri.
Missouri. At the
Okay, yeah, I know where it is.
yeah, I went over there to a friend of mine who had an own bar,
Okay.
and I stayed with him for 3-4 days.
Okay.
Just to rest up after I sold out my ranch. And this is going backwards again, but I'm going to get into another thing happening over there. Because when I went over there, I was at Branson and I was going over there, and he says, you need to put your money into the bank in the banking capital of the world.
Okay. Well, that's cool. The banking capital of the world is Switzerland, isn't it?
No, it's in the United States.
Okay.
My goodness, I forgot the name of the town.
Is it in the West Coast, East Coast,
It's
Middle?
the East Coast.
All right. Not New York. It is not.
No, it's
Is it New Jersey?
no.
Just so is it not? It's not in New York. It's something in like Washington D.C. area.
Yeah, it is. It's you know as well as I do. Oh my goodness,
Okay.
I just went blank.
Well, that's all right. Hey, we know it's right around Washington D.C. We're happy.
Yeah, it's Wilmington, Delaware.
Okay.
Wilmington, Delaware.
Delaware. Okay.
Yep. And that's a little state, you know.
Yeah. It's a little
It's all the business banks.
little bitty place. Yeah.
Yeah, there are 100 banks there.
Yep.
Anyway, I got 3 points higher than anywhere else for my money at the Australian New Zealand Bank.
Oh.
Yeah. Not knowing anything I was ever going to end up over.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That just happened. The bank I got.
Oh, wow.
Got 3 points higher than anywhere else. So they wanted my money. But anyway, that's what I did. And I run into a guy there who introduced me over the phone to his brother who owned the hotel that I bought in Papua New Guinea.
Wow.
They're just kind of all connected.
Wow. The universe just had that path for you.
Yeah, it just opened up. The door opened up, you know. And so I ended up talking to him on the phone. And when I was staying there, I stayed there for 3 weeks at the Vermont Inn, Vermont Inn. at Wilmington. And next door in the hotel, I used to have a beer with him in the bar, was Petros Papadakis, was his name.
Right.
And if you read about the Papadakis family and from Greece,
Yep.
you'll read that they are all millionaires.
Yep.
They are the shipping magnates of the world.
Yep.
And Petros was my next door neighbor for 3 weeks at the Radisson Hotel. And we ate together for every night.
Wow.
And had a drink or two. And, anyway, this guy wanted to buy a ship because he was in the round logging business in Papua New Guinea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so his brother was at the bank there. And that's how I got connected there. So I went over to Papua New Guinea. Originally, went over to Papua New Guinea to see what he was doing and help him.
Right.
Buy a ship.
Right.
So I finally connected him with Papadakis and got them to hook together. So we, I don't know. Then he told me to go over. So I got my credit card out, bought a ticket, went to Greece, and looked at one of Papadakis' ships.
Wow.
And I ended up selling him the ship. So, I had everything going every direction.
You were, wheeler and dealer,
Oh,
horses to ships, huh?
It didn't make any difference what I did. I got involved, I did it, so it was fun.
Yeah.
That's why I just stayed single and I just had fun for a while. And
Okay.
did all these crazy things. But anyway, that all worked out. And I then ended up going back over there. And I got over there and talked to Wayne and about, his hotels and he was having trouble. He was having trouble. I said, oh my goodness sakes. One thing over there, if you're a foreigner and you change your citizenship to PNG, Papua New Guinea, you can then, all the men there are, if you're a male citizen, it's legal for you to have more than one wife. Polygamy is legal.
Oh.
So, Wayne was having trouble with his banker. This is a very interesting thing happened.
Okay.
He was having trouble with his banker. And because he was broke, he was losing his hotels, he was behind. And he had two of them, one at the
These are different from the ones you bought.
No.
Or these are the ones you bought.
One of them is.
Okay.
I'm getting to that right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was really in trouble because he had three wives and 18 children.
Jesus.
And when he made a mistake, he took them all to Australia and showed them how they lived down there. And he had to build Australian houses in Papua New Guinea for them because that's what they wanted. And of course, they roofed him. Oh man, they broke him.
Yeah.
Broke him. 18 kids he was supporting,
Yep, you got to give each wife the same amount. That's some of the rules.
That's right. You gotta read. They really get them over the barrel when they do that. When them whiteys come over there and take a black wife, well, I tell you what, you got a problem. So anyway, that's how I ended up with the big hotel that I had, the first one, okay? Because I went into the bank and the bank, he was in debt on the 2 hotels, $700,000. Kidding.
Yeah.
So that wasn't that much. You asked me, it was about 3/4 that much difference.
Okay.
So he was about a quarter difference. But anyhow, he had to have $700,000 to clear these 2 hotels out. They were going to take him away. So we sat there and talked a while, and he was going to lose them that week. You know, I mean, that was the end.
That close, huh?
Yeah, he was that close. So we're sitting there, and we talked about this, talked about that, and I told him, I said, tell you what I'll do right now, okay? I'll give you $70,000, okay? And I'll take over the balance. Cash. U.S. And I said, now I'm going to go to the bedroom, and I'm going to come back to you and give you an answer. So I left, and I went down to the bedroom, and I came back, and I went out and had a cigarette. And on the way, I went back in, and I said, well, what have you decided? He said, well, we have to check, you ever got the money? I said, well, of course I have the money. I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't have the money. And he says, well, yeah, well, we'd be interested in that. The bank said, we agreed that we take that offer. And provided you qualify for the money. Now, listen to this one. We were sitting in the Australian New Zealand Bank in Papua New Guinea. And he says, give me your banking information, and we'll see if we can do the work this out. We'll have to talk to him.
Right.
Yeah. And he said, I said, well, how long is this going to take? Oh, he said, we'll have to contact the bank and so on. He said, it's probably going to take a week. Take it overseas. And I said, well, okay. I'm here anyway, so I'll accept that. But he says, tell me, give me the name of your bank. He says, we'll start the process. He said, we'll see what we can get going. And I said, well, that's it. My money is in the bank at Wilmington, Delaware branch of the Australian New Zealand Bank. Oh, yeah, he got all excited. He said, well, we don't have to wait on anything. Then he said, that's our bank. I said, of course that's your bank. So it all worked out that day.
You just closed the whole thing in a day?
Everything all done in a day.
Wow.
And I sat back and no one day I went I got that big thing over there. But it was nice. I had seen it. It needed a little facelifting, but it was solid. It was good.
Yeah.
So I'm on it. And I went over there. Then I had already found that lady that I was associating with, and
You found her
before I bought the hotel.
even before you bought the hotel.
Yeah.
So you were
Oh,
you were romancing her for several years before you married her.
Yeah, three.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
You could have had 4 wives at the same time.
I could have changed my social.
Well, is she a Papua New Guinea lady?
But yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, but they're dark skinned, but they're oh my goodness sakes, no, I forgot that.
They're natives of Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, but they're not Negroes. They're South Pacific Islanders.
They're the islanders. Okay.
Yeah. They're not Negro. They're
Yeah.
dark skinned, but they're
They're like all the Polynesian.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the way that went, and then after about a week, I went over there and moved in, and then I went to town.
Oh, that is so cool.
I really got myself in a damn work.
I bet you were busy doing your bookkeeping.
I was really busy.
Did you ever get a bookkeeper to help you?
Well, yeah.
How was it? What was the difficulty of getting a good bookkeeper in Papua New Guinea?
Well, there was a lot of Australian and British and you can get Chinaman, there was a supply of professionals.
Professionals, yeah, that's cool.
There were a lot of them there. They all moved in, because it was a big thing. But it was big. And then, oh my goodness sake, I had a great big basement and the lower thing was.
At the hotel.
Yeah, it had a boy bar. They call it a boy bar. That's where the locals can go in.
Oh, okay.
They can't go into the other part
Normally.
unless you let them in.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not open to them. You can, if they come, they want to, if they're the class that you want to let in, you dress properly, you let them in. But, keep blocking them out, but they can't come in there with a cheesecloth, You don't let them in. But,
Uniform of the day.
yeah, but it was very, very dangerous over there.
It was dangerous.
Oh, yeah, it's very dangerous. They go, they get to drinking beer, and boy, I tell you what, they do a lot of strange things, a lot of, they weren't that friendly then.
Well, they had a tendency to get beat when they.
Yeah, I had security, I carried security with me all the time, we were on that.
So you had a couple security guards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they lived
And I
with
had the 38 strap to my ankle, and I had a 250 that in my back holster.
you. Well, you were used to wearing guns because they would probably a good
You
shot.
never know when they get in and they get to drinking some beer and they go crazy. Them people.
Did they really?
Oh yes, they did. It was terrible. You had to really watch them.
Oh.
I had security with me all the time.
How many did you have?
2.
So you had 2 male guards, right?
Yeah, and 2.
Oh, were they native or they?
Well, they were locals.
Okay. They were bigger guys.
About your side.
Okay. Well, they're smaller people anyway.
Yeah, but these were pretty good size, normal size.
Okay.
I had good ones, but no, it was you had to always be careful because you never knew when somebody was full of beer and cutting girl,
Yeah.
They hadn't learned all the rules.
Yeah, they had learned all the rules. Bring them.
That's right.
They knew what they were doing.
Oh yes. But no, it was not safe to walk around without, you always went in groups.
Okay.
You went out by yourself. I did.
Never went down the back alleys and
No,
go
I didn't
back.
stay away there.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And of course, I had one big guy. He was native. He was local, and he was meaner than a mad dog.
Meaner than a mad dog.
That's right. And he kept everybody away. You just look at him and they just turn around and go. They wouldn't mess with you. But he was bigger than I was.
Wow.
And there's small people around.
Yeah.
But he was big. And his name was Tuka. John Tuka. And he was a good one. I paid him dear and I took good care of him.
Yeah, he went with board. He had an entertainment. He had to go fishing and go.
Oh, yeah, he went everywhere with me.
Yeah,
He went everywhere. I didn't go anywhere without him.
That's cool.
Yeah. I wasn't afraid, but I just didn't want the problem. And it solved the problem by having him along because when he talked to you, it was like thunder.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, boy, I tell you what, them people, they just bowed down to him. We went through. I had a good life, though. It was scary at times, but.
Like you
fun.
said.
Yeah.
So you had some scary
Oh, yeah.
things happen.
Oh, yes.
Like getting anyone.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was having dinner with my wife in the dining room. And they had an upstairs bar and a downstairs bar. The upstairs bar was just around the corner up there. The hallway going on over to the rooms. The restaurant was here and the bar was here. And I heard it one time having dinner with her. I was having dinner and I heard this commotion in the bar. It get loud. They get loud. And there was I could hear some threatening going on. And I said, no, I better go. Like that. And I didn't have a gun with me. I didn't have a gun on me. They were all in the bedroom. I was in the dining room. I just screamed out and had a bite to eat. And it didn't bring me along. So I grabbed my steak knife and took off. And I come running into the bar and I seen this guy. Well, this is really amazing. Because all of a sudden I earned the role of being a hero. This guy knocked him down, and they have a lot of loyalty in among different villages.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And if you farm somebody somewhere, you better know somebody.
Right.
So anyway, I could see right away that one was from the South Island, Miller Island,
Right.
and the other one was a Highlander.
Right.
That's up in the mountains.
Right.
See, they got they have villages and stuff down in the beaches, and then they got the mountain people.
Right.
And it was this guy from the South Village was just knocking down this guy from the Highlands. But I didn't know where he was exactly from. What territory they were from. I guess one was a Highlander and one was
Right.
the way they dressed, where they looked.
Right.
So they looked different. Anyway, I went up there and I could see this guy from the island was the instigator. You know what I mean?
Right. He was the one that set up the problem.
So I come up and I grabbed a handful of hair. He had long hair. I grabbed a handful of hair and I stuck the knife right up his throat. And I yanked him and dropped him on the floor, pulled him over backwards. And I got down on top of him. I said, now you want to fight or don't you? I said, I'm here. Oh, no, boss. No, boss. He said. And all of a sudden, everybody started cheering. was a big crowd in there.
Oh,
About half drunk. Everybody started cheering. And then they come and they picked me up and it was really funny because the guy that was the instigator, the one I took down, okay,
okay.
was from my wife's village.
Oh, geez.
And they thought that was really great.
Yeah.
Because they knew that
Yeah, you wouldn't pick on them, but they didn't really.
I did, I fixed it up. And they were really, oh man, I was a hero. All over the country, all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I turned against my one talk, they call it.
Yeah, you didn't turn against, you turned against one of them.
Yeah.
Yep, and he said, hey,
Hey, you straighten up.
yeah, we you know, this is my team, they better be straight too.
That's right. And so they all thought that I'd probably go take the side of the other ones. Eh?
Yep.
From the Highlander. So I really were at 1 point. And I really, from then on, I never had any trouble with anybody. Never happened again.
Wow.
Really.
So you're pretty toughy.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm not,
Yeah. Right?
oh yeah, I do what I gotta do.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And so you during this time you were busy enough to have a couple of kids, weren't you?
One.
One?
She had one before me.
Oh, she had one before you, and then you had one.
Yeah.
Well, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And they ended up being pretty good boys. My youngest one, he was quite a football star.
Okay, and
I think he's still no here.
Yeah, he came over.
Yeah, I brought him over. He's in Missouri. But he was very, very good in football. He was a big football player. So, I think he still holds the record in Missouri for field goals.
Wow.
He
He was a field goal kicker also, or that what he did?
Yeah.
That's sort of a lone occupation, a field goal kicker.
Yeah. He was good. He had 52.5 foot field goal all the time, 50 people.
Wow.
In high school.
Wow.
Pretty good now.
That is great.
Yeah.
So, this is going into when you were in your 60s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how old was you? When you were 60, how old was your son?
Well, I have to think about that now.
When was he born? I can figure it out if you want.
Well, I have to think of what year he was born. That's, I think he's 27, 28 years old now.
He's 27 or 28, so that would be back about 90, right?
Yeah.
And about 90, you were born in 33, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I was born 35.
35, yeah.
I'm 83.
Okay. I got close. If I get within a few years, I'm just thrilled.
Yeah. But I don't know, it was a very, very interesting life, and I had so many miracles, like a book says. You know, one man, handful of dreams, and miracles would follow, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it sure
It's
sounds
exactly
like
what it is.
it sounds like you had a awesome and beautiful dream up to this moment.
Yep.
But you
It
still have
hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed. You know, you're in right now. You live in Missouri, right?
No, right now I live on Memorial.
You live on your yes, of course.
Okay, and today I live in Minnesota.
Right? Yeah.
Next week Well, I tell you what, I got books on this coming up in, really, if I want to be there, I've got it reserved in, Albany, Minnesota, for the Thatcherman's Union down there.
For the Thatcherman's Union.
I just completed the Thatcherman's Women in Fergus.
Oh, okay.
In Dalton.
In Dalton,
A
okay.
very successful day.
And you sell your books there, and
Yeah.
cool.
Sitting there, 2 days, 3 days, well, the first day was nothing, it was a setup day, you know, everybody coming in. But, then Saturday and Sunday were good. That's on 16, 17 bucks a day. You're sitting there, talking along, having fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. I really enjoy what I'm doing now more than anything. The people that I meet now is amazing. You know?
Yeah.
It really is. It's enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm starting to do that next step. I totally understand that. Yeah, and
I'm very, very happy. And
so you go back and you see your wife from
now again.
Now and again.
Now and again, yeah. We're not living together. I help her along there. I grow with it.
Okay.
It's, she wanted to stay with her son and her son.
Yeah, because you had to come over for medical, so, and it's hard for someone to leave an island of paradise to go to Missouri.
Well, they're all here in the States now.
Your wife is still?
No. Yeah, but we're not married. It wasn't a legal marriage here. It was customary marriage.
Okay. Did you become a citizen of Papua New Guinea?
No.
So you stayed a U.S. citizen the whole time?
Yeah.
You just followed the laws.
Yep, I live by their rule. Letter to the letter. Never had a problem over anything.
That is just absolutely fantastic.
And most of the time we just trying to make my own rules too. But they other than mine. What I wanted to do, I had a good luck with it.
Show them the book. Put the book up there so people can see it.
That's a very good book. And I got a vendor's license and it's Barnes and Noble colleges.
Barnes and Noble's colleges, okay.
They have 600 colleges in the United States. I have a vendor's license to go to any one of them.
Okay.
And they have my book.
Okay.
And it's in Amazon. And we won't put in there what I'd like to say about that.
No, we're not going into philosophical and business type.
Probably the thing I'm the proudest of is on page 55 of the book. I got it in one paragraph, where I bought and sold and transported 293 head of registered quarter horses out of Oklahoma and Texas, Panhandles, and some other in New Mexico. And over a 4-year period.
Wow.
And by the end of it, called me one day after I sent her my book, handwritten book. And she said, he wrote you're writing an autobiography,
He and I both have. He had to come all the way to the States for medical, and I have it here, but I have to, when I see something with medical, it takes forever if you don't handle it when you have it on the phone. But, and I'll cut parts of this out.
That's right.
So, anyway. What were we talking? We were talking about the book. And
I was telling you about the page 55.
Right, yeah, all the horses.
All the horses in her back. And she said, how in the world did you going to prove that? I said, well, how do you want me to do it? You want me to tell you or you want me to show you? And she said, what do you mean? I said, well, I can prove it to you. I'm sent to you if you like. Oh, that'd be great. Okay. So I got on the phone, and of course I've been a lifetime member of the Quarter Horse Association since 1957.
Right.
You know, that's a lot of years. I'm a lifetime member, honorary member.
Right.
And so I called Susan Spencer down there, and she's retired this year now, but this was in 2016, of course. I said, Susan, I got a problem, I need your help. Okay, she said, what do you need this time? Because she's been helping me get the information, you know, work all along, you know.
Right.
He said, just have to do the book up. I said, I got to prove something. I said, I need you to send me a copy of all the horses that I have bought and sold from August 1st of 1969 to August 1st of 1973.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right, she says, want me to send it to you? I said, yeah, send it to me, and then here's another address I give for Susan. Yeah, I read that meeting, and she said, I gotta prove that I bought some of the horses.
Yeah.
So I got it down in the car, which is
Okay.
I could feel like it all up there. But anyhow, you know, we're 55 here, you can just read that paragraph on that and you'll see.
This whole paragraph?
No,
First paragraph.
right there.
I was traveling back and forth to Clovis, New Mexico, twice a month from 1969 to 1973. And in 4 years, we bought and transferred 293 head of registered horses into C&M Ranch Inc. We also sold and transferred out about 260 head. In addition, we traded in and out about 100 grade horses because I accepted the trades. That's a big number.
That's right. So, I got my copy and she got hers. And on the list, I got it in the car, I showed it to you.
Yeah.
I can give you a picture of it. It's on 17 pages.
Wow.
14 horses on a page. Now you add that up. But it gives the registration number, the name of the horse, day of honor, and the day I sold it. And I said that, and she got it. About a week later, she called and she said, you just go ahead and write your book. That's good enough for me. I don't need checking anymore.
Oh, okay.
So that's the way that went.
Well, that's the honorable person you are in all your dealings through life, isn't it?
Yeah, everything I did.
That is really cool. You want to give a closing statement? Closing?
Well, she said it in the book, one man, a handful of dreams, and the miracles that followed. And on the back, get ready to inspire, adventure, and that strips away all your excuses to putting off your dreams.
There you go.
I can't say any more than that, can I?
No.